The history of New York. The history of the city begins with the Dutch search for a quick way to Asia. Henry Hudson, an Englishman in the service of the Dutch East India Company who was seeking it access the Pacific Ocean, reached New York Bay again in 1609 and sailed north along the Hudson River to the future city of Albany, particularly along the Many River Hayton. Upon returning to the Netherlands, the East India Company concluded that the site was ideal building to the first Dutch colony in America. The first European settlement appeared on the south side of Manhattan already on 1613. In 1626, the settlement was renamed New Amsterdam. From 1689 to 1691, there was an uprising led by Jacob Leicester. In 1691, the King of England sent troops to quell the rebellion. King George II founded Columbia University in Manhattan in 1754 as the King College. In 1784, after the American Revolution, the original name Royal College was changed to Columbia College. In the rhetoric split toward the time. During the American War of Independence, several battles were fought in the New York City. The largest battle was the Battle of Long Island. Britain held New York for most of the war. But on November 25, 1783, George Washington returned the city after the war. New York became the first capital of the United States on 11th January 1785. On April 30, 1789, the first president of United States, George Washington, was inaugurated at Federal Hall of Wall Street. In 1790, the capital moved to Philadelphia. New York City grew as an economic center thanks to the policies of Alexander Hamilton and the opening of the Erie Canal in 1825. In 1820, the city's population was 95% American. In 1840, New York's strength and financial power grew. New York 20th century urbanization. The development of the city 100 years ago was still low storied. The houses were built in the image of European. Even today on the streets you can find structures of those times. You will be surprised, but even some skyscrapers are older than 100 years. And this was the beginning of the 20th century. New York in the 20th century was very different from today, but it had a lot in common. For example, skyscrapers in downtown. Over time, the number of high-rise buildings has increased. Many historic buildings have been demolished and new ones have emerged. So, photographs of New York early last century are wealth of information. The Statue of Liberty. Construction of the pedestal began in 1885 under the direction of architect Richard Morris Hunt. The Statue of Liberty was inaugurated on October 28, 1886 by President Grover Cleveland. It was under the autonomy of the Limehouse Council until 1901 and then the War Ministry. The modern history of city dates back to 1978. Beginning with it, the city gradually began to recover. In the 1980s, Wall Street gained worldwide fame and New York was named the economic capital of the world. In the 80s, flourishing culture, there are famous musicals on Broadway. The tourism industry begins to develop. In 2001, there is a series of horrific terrorist attacks that divide New York's history before and after. Today, the city has a 9/11 memorial. In 2003, a massive power outage known as the Northeast Blackout of 2003 caused massive problems in New York. Traffic lights have been turned off all over the city. Traffic in the New York City is already operating in difficult conditions, but without traffic lights, the city has literally stood up. In 2013, the World Trade Center 1 was completed. The height of the skyscraper is 541 meters. Thank you very much for the view. With you was Story Without Borders. Please like, subscribe, and pick the bell. And also, I want to say I have no views, and I think you want to share the video with, for example, my friends, your friends. Okay, your friends. So please put on the button share and share this video with my friends, and not only this, and all videos on my channel. Bye.